Hi. So I hope you guys are staying safe during this pause. I'm sure by now most of you have seen my toe, and if you haven't, I posted a picture of my toe on the page, so you could go have a look, so you would know what I'm speaking about. So just thought I would come and give you guys a few tips on the products the treatments that I use and what I recommend for my clients. If you see me looking down, I have some notes here. I don't want to miss anything, the information for you guys. So here we go. Right. So if the nail is lifted like mine was, then you would nip out the toenail as best as you can. You would cut out as much of the toenail as you can, the part that is lifted. So lift off the nail bed means that the nail is no longer attached to the skin underneath. The nail is no longer attached on the hair. So if you pull and you could see like right down, it's not attached, and that would mean that you may have a fungus. If you see a dark mark or a dark green mark on the nail, that could also mean that you have a fungus. But that one is not as bad. That would just grow out, and but you can still use the products on it, but that would just grow out. The one with the nail lifter of the nail bed, that would take a little longer. So you would cut out the nail that has left off the nail bed, like how I did mine, and then, well, if you can't get that done, you would just cut down the toenail. Just cut the toenail as short as you could get it using a normal toenail clip or fingernail clip, whatever you have available. And just cut down the toenail as short as you could get it. I'll file it, of course, because you don't want it hooking up or anything then to make it worse. So you will cut down and file it, and that's the first step. So then after that, you would use the products then. So I would use tea tree oil, Batrafen, Lamisil, or Nizoral. So I will put those names in the comments, or I will attach them in the under the video so that you can see the names, so you will know what to ask for when you go. So those are the products that I use. I only ever used, Lamisil and Nizoral are creams. I never used those before, but I heard that they work just as well, because the Batrafen, let's be honest, Batrafen is expensive. It works really well once you're consistent, but it's expensive. And right now, like, you need to be very careful with your money and body counting coins and stuff like that. So the Lamisil and Nizoral are a little cheaper, and they work well as well. But I never used them before. What I use is tea tree oil and Batrafen, but right now I'm using the tea tree oil. So you could try the tea tree oil or the Batrafen. Right, so you have to be consistent. I use it twice. I use the tea tree oil, or if I'm using the Batrafen, I use it twice a day, morning and night, or evening, whichever. Twice a day, and I use 2 drops of the tea tree oil. I believe I also used 2 drops of the Batrafen. But just to be on the safe side, you should read the instructions for all of these products. You don't have to for the tea tree oil, because there aren't really any instructions in there for using tea tree oil for fungus. So I use 2 drops of the tea tree oil morning and night. But for the Batrafen, the Lamisil, and the Nizoral, I think I pronounced that wrong just now. You should really read the instructions and make sure that you're using it correctly so that it works efficiently for you. Now, if these products don't work for you, because they work for most people, if these products don't work for you, I suggest that you speak to your personal doctor, have a conversation with them, and they should most likely prescribe something for you to take. I'm not sure what it may be, if it may be in liquid form or tablet form, but they will provide something for you to take that will work from the inside out, and that will also deal with the fungus and the problems that you may have. So if these don't work, speak to your personal doctor about it. I also would recommend that you be very, very patient with this process. It is going to take a while because the first time this happened to me, I hit my toe onto the heel of my other foot and the toenail lifted right up, and it was not pretty at all. It took me a while. I am not completely sure how long it took me, that is, to be honest, because I'm not completely sure, but it took me a while for it to heal. And at that time I was using the Batrafen, but it wasn't consistent, and I find it wasn't really working. So I put a toe tip on, but I don't put on toe tips. I don't use tips. I use acrylic. I just do an extension on the toe itself. I just put acrylic. I don't put on nails on the toes. So I did the extension on the toe, and I continued using the Batrafen, and I found that it grew out. I didn't refill it. I just let it grow out, and I kept it short, and I used the Batrafen. I still wasn't consistent, but it started to work eventually, and so yeah, that worked for me. I put it on the toe tip worked, but I find I have off the toe tip this time. I took it off because I put it on the day that I took that picture, as you can see, but I took it off because we're on the pause, not doing any cleans, no one seeing my toe. So I took it off to let the toe breathe, and so I find by I'm seeing it, it is a lot easier to remember to use the treatment. And I find that I do it religiously now. I put on the tea tree oil every morning and every night. I find I do it religiously because I can see that there is a problem, and so I remember to use the treatment. But I know in any of us, ain't none of us women gonna walk around with our toe looking like that, like ever. We can put plaster, we can wear enclosing shoes, we can go and get tips put on the toes or acrylic, whatever your nail technician may choose to do. And we can make sure that when we step out, that we look hot. But that's not a problem. I believe you should make sure that you look good when you step out. But you should also make sure that, health is wealth. Like, that's what we learn. COVID-19 is not playing. So health is definitely wealth. And so your toenail and your fingernails are important. You need to make sure that they're good, because that could also be a sign that your body is not working the way it's supposed to. If it's taking too long to heal, if your toenails are like yellow, like the fingernails and toenails tell you so much about the body. So you really have to take care of them as well. But we just think, oh, they're just there, just attachments and just look pretty. But that was kind of off topic. But yes, we need to take care of our toenails and fingernails. And so even though you may have on a tip, you may not remember. That's why we have phones and technology. Like, you could just put alarm on the phone and say, use the whatever treatment you may choose, use XYZ time. So you have the alarm there to remind you to use the product to make sure that your toenail, your natural toenail, looks good. So you don't have to wear toe tips if you do not want to. It will be your choice. It will be an enhancement of your beauty. And so there's that. So please try to take care of your toenails and fingernails and choose which product works best for you. Like I said in the last video, everything works differently for everyone. So you need to find which product would work best for you. And like I said, with the Batrafen, the Lamisil, and the Nizoral, I really need to. Okay, with those three, you really need to read the instructions properly and see what you're using and make sure that you're using them correctly. Another tip also is, after the toenail or fingernail looks like nothing is wrong with it anymore, like it's all good and everything's fine, like I believe you should still use the treatment a week after the toenail looks like it is all good. You should use it for a week after just to be sure. As long as it's the tea tree oil, you could probably use it up to 2 weeks after, if you have the time and remember, but I think a week should be best. So with the other products, like I said, you have to read the instructions, or you should ask the pharmacist how to use it, or read the instructions, like I said, and see how to use it. But for the tea tree oil, you can use it after the toenail or the fingernail looks like it's healed. You can continue using it after, just to be sure. Because one of my clients said, well, my toenail looked better, so I stopped using it. And then when she came back to me, it wasn't good. Like, nothing bad was wrong with the toenail or anything, but it wasn't completely healed. That's what I mean. It wasn't completely healed. But she had stopped using the treatment because the toenail had looked good, like nothing was wrong with it. So just to be on the safe side, when it starts to look good, I think you should still use it for a week after, just to be safe. Right, so these treatments work for me, like I said, and they work for my clients as well once they're consistent. I have only ever met one client who had to go to the doctor to get something to nose from the inside out. But I met her after the fungus was dealt with. She was telling me the story about what happened and stuff, and she knew all these things and nothing worked, and so she had to go to the doctor so that the doctor could recommend something for her to nose from the inside out. So that's the only person I ever met who had to nose something from the inside out. But for myself and my clients, once they're consistent, like I said, these products work for me. Like I said, I use tea tree oil and Batrafen, but right now I'm using the tea tree oil. So I will try to keep you guys updated on the progress of my toe. I will try to take a picture and post it, or put it on my story on the 16th of this month, which should be a month since the last picture, because I think that was the 16th of last month that I took that one. So I will try to keep you guys posted on the journey of dealing with the fungus on my toe, and what you guys don't mind, I will keep you posted on the progress, so you can see that it actually works. Because like I said, I did this process before. This is only happening to me again because I would hit my toe on my bed constantly. Like, I would just walk in the bedroom and like step forward to pick up something off the bed, and I would hit my toe, pass, and I'd be like, seriously, what? And it was happening constantly, and then I found that the toenail started to lift up, but it was the toe that was hurt before. I hit the other toe too, but the only thing that would happen is like the top of the toenail would break off or chip off or something like that. It's never anything major with the other toe. But with the toe that I had hurt before, that had the fungus before, that one is like, you hitting me too much. This is not gonna work. I'm gonna have issues again, and here we are. The toe has issues again. So I will keep you guys posted on the toe and how it's coming, and using the tea tree oil. And I hope that you guys stay safe during this pause. Remember to use your treatment every day, whatever it may be. Use it every day. Be consistent so it works a little faster. Remember to be patient. Please be patient with this process. The last time I did this, it took me a while for my toe to actually heal and be good. And it lasted for years. Like I said, it's only now that I hit my toe constantly, it has a problem. So stay safe. Use your treatment every day. Sanitize, and remember to use cuticle oil every day as well. So enjoy your day, guys.